you can't tell a spirit, just give me a sign. What kind of sign? Tell me. Touch me here. Touch me here. Touch me here. Do like this to my ear. If they can swipe all this shit across the room, they can do that. And they will do that because they want you to understand them. They want you to receive their guidance. They want you to be able to identify when their energy is close and when their energy is present. It makes it easier for you to understand when they're communicating with you. It makes it easier for them to guide you. It makes it easier for you to be able to communicate with their energy as a whole anyway. And you've got to identify who's who and what's what. If you have a lot of ladies in your court, madamas, gitanas, gypsies, whatever you got, make sure that they all have a separate chair if you have representation of them. Please don't let them share a chair. It crosses the energy, right? You don't know who you're talking to. If I'm sitting in the chair and I got somebody sitting in the chair with me and somebody has tried to read me, I've had my sisters be way too close to me where they'll get our energy mixed up. It happens the same way with spirit. You can get their energy mixed up, and so you'll never understand where your messages are coming from because it sounds like a bunch of chaos. I need identified energy so I know this is her, this is her, this is him, this is him, this is him. Sometimes it behooves you to set up certain times for me to do one at a time with my guides. If I'm having a problem and I know that I have quite a few guides and I'm not getting any clarity, I need to do one-on-one time with my guides. Today I'm going to do my gypsies. Tomorrow I'm going to do my madama. The next day I'm going to do my Indians. The next day I'm going to do my this. The next day I'm going to do my that. I need to put aside individual time to start to get in tune with that one energy. If I'm doing an open call at one time, you can't see spirit. You can barely hear spirit. How do you know who's talking to you if I'm going, skill? That's an open call for everybody to come running at one time. And because they're so drawn to you and want to communicate with you, everybody comes running at one time. It's up to you to set the stage. It's up to you to set the differentiation between this one, this one, this one, and this one. So in the beginning, you guys need to do it, some of you guys need to do it one at a time. That will make it a little bit easier. This doesn't stand for everybody. Some of y'all got that sight and got that vision and got that hearing, and I know this is this person, this is this person, and this is that person. If you got it like that, rock out. The rest of y'all, 90% of y'all don't have it like that. So one at a time then. Don't try to do an open group time. If I don't know who's talking to me, when I first started with my madamas, because I have so many, I couldn't differentiate who was talking to me. I know I was hearing some shit. I know people were talking to me, but I couldn't differentiate. It sounded like, you know how you walk into a busy room full of cackling hens and they just all talking at one time? That's what it sounded like to me. And I would catch bits and pieces of it, but it would never be clarity, right? I had to separate to know who's what belonged to who. When I knew these cards were for this one doesn't use cards, they start to respect each other's energy, right? And they start to respect what you're setting aside because they see and they understand what you're doing, and you're telling them, I got to separate y'all energy. I need to hear you. So if y'all ever see me reading, I have all of my people in front, right? If I reach for her cards and they're in my hand, nobody else is going to talk to me at that time. She's communicating with me. When I put her cards down, anybody else can say anything until I touch somebody else's cards, and then it's on me and her only. So if I have multiple madamas, I had to separate, these are yours, these are yours, these are yours, these are yours. Once they saw that, when I touch these cards, she don't got shit to say. I'm not talking to her. When I touch these cards, she don't got shit to say. I'm not talking to her. When I put those cards down, that's when they can start. But now, you've kind of, if you've done this a few times, you understand they come with a different kind of energy. You feel it. Sometimes it is in a dialect. Sometimes it is in a chill. Sometimes it is in a heat. Sometimes it is in a tear. It is a different emotion with each one of them. Sometimes a particular leg will shake. Sometimes you'll get chills. Sometimes you'll get cold. Sometimes you'll have to pee a lot. It is different with each one of them. So you have to identify which one comes which way. For me, I have a lot of them that are West Indian. They're not all from the same place. They speak differently. The language that they use in the way that they articulate their vocabulary is completely different. else, I know that's how she come through. I know when no cards and straight talk, this lady, she don't have an accent and she don't use cards. She want to talk to me, period. That's it. I know when I'm talking to this one, she got an accent, but she don't remember nobody's name. I got a particular Madama. She tried to be respectful to the Orisha when she telling you something about them, but she don't know none of their names. She know, she'll call, oh yeah, you know the one that does the tornado. What's her name? I'm sorry, mommy. And that's what she'll do. I know who that is because she don't know nobody's name. That ain't her line. Orisha's not her judge. That ain't her thing. But she know who she talking about because she know who she's seeing and she know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? So it is in communicating with them and understanding their judge. How do they talk? How do they communicate? What does their energy feel like? You know, they respect the boundaries and the grounds that you've set up, but you got to set them up. This is why I say you are the source. This is why I say you need discipline. And this is why I say it gets repetitious. Yes, it does, but it also gets better because more things start to open up. You never got to do anything, whether it was practice penmanship or learn how to count without repetition. Y'all don't think that repetition is required in this?